Welcome to Massive Beers. My name is Matt. We do the beer stuff here. Hopeful goodness in the collab form. In the form of the Seed Brewing, along with Human Robot, it's Cascade Pils. This be their New Jersey Pilsner. Yeah, this beer comes courtesy of my boy Vinny. I set off a bunch of beers, very seed heavy, so you're going to be seeing a bunch of those kind of come through. And this one honestly had me very intrigued. It was just at Human Robot. Chugged a bunch of their lagers. You know, I've heard very good things about the Seeds lager game, so this kind of makes sense. Tying them all together. What do we have going on here? Cascade Pils, New Jersey Pilsner style. Pilsner, Atlantic City, New Jersey. Government warning stuff. Seed, Human Robot, and Rabbit Hill Malt. I can't get a date on this can. I want to say it's like it starts with a 1, so a 10 or an 11, 23. It says, yeah, you know when all the stuff runs off the edge, you can't tell what's going on. So, here we are. Give it a crack. Let's see what's what. So yeah, haven't been to Seed yet. I can't believe I got some anniversary beers from it. They're 4 years old. I don't even know that's possible. They feel like they opened like the other day. The AC is like not easy to get to. Like if people don't live in New Jersey and understand the logistics of getting to Atlantic City, it's kind of far. But I will get there eventually. Label-wise, it's really cool. I actually thought it was a Human Robot beer when I cracked it because it's very close to Hallertau Pils, is obviously with the green and the rabbit and stuff like that. So very cool. Beer-wise, I mean, it looks the part of craft lager. It has a soft little haze to it, a little bit of effervescent carbonation, not much of a head on it, but that's me talking quite a bit, so if I give it a whirl, it comes back with a vengeance. So yeah, let's give it another whirl here, see if we can get a nose. Malt heavy here. It makes sense here, because, you know, we're talking about two breweries that really lean into a lager game. I think lagers, well, hops are very, very cool when it comes to a lager. I think the malt is really malt, water, and yeast really speak to what a lager is. And that's definitely the case here. When you read Cascade Pils, you expect this kind of barrage of Cascade. Not that you're not getting that. A little bit of fruity vibes to it. Something elevated beyond what you typically get from like a classic kind of Herzberger Zazie kind of thing. But at the same time, you just get this really rich kind of maltiness. Something elevated above what you typically get for a classic kind of crispy boy status Pilsner malt. So there's something a bit of heft here, a la a Czech malt bill. But a way that kind of hops come off, at least aromatically, soft little fruitiness. And that's pretty much it. Super clean, super well made. But man, very malt forward, very rich, very dense. What's the ABV on this one? I don't know if they give you ABVs from the Seed. I don't see one. I'm guessing this is probably in the low 5s. So I'm really curious to see how this comes off. See if those hops jump ahead. See if that malt really kind of powers forward. Only one way to find out. Cheers, y'all. Yeah, I mean, the hops really do come out. It does come off very much like Checky Pils for me, but it really does have that extra added depth of complexity because of the rich malt bill here. You know, typically when I talk about, you know, malt, and man, that is an aggressive beer for its style in a very, very fun way. I dig it. I dig it quite a bit. When I talk about the malt bill, rarely do we get to this level of, it almost feels like a classic Pilsner malt base with like sprinkle a little two-row or even a dash of crystal in there. That's kind of how it comes off. There's just something a bit more beefier about the malt here, and I'm here for it. I dig it because you have a really aggressive hopping on here. On the nose, didn't give these kind of precursors that big, huge kind of hop bill, but you taste it, you get this, oh, okay, this nice little melon, this little, like, kind of cool little fruity vibe off of it, but every sip you take, subsequent sips, it gets more bittering and bittering and bittering. Which, to be honest with you, Cascade kind of makes sense. One of those old school C hops. They know how to bring the bittering here, and it's getting to a point where it almost comes off as like a West Coasty Pilsner to me. But it kind of makes sense too, because the way that malt bill kind of comes off, with how aggressive that malt bill kind of comes off, it needs that equal pushing, that equal counterbalance to kind of help it be the beer it wants to and needs to be, which is a really nice, drinkable, balanced I almost said IPA. That's how aggressive hoppy it is. Pilsner, it just happens to be just a little bit more loud, a little bit more, what's my favorite word here, volumetric. Just aggressive, every spinal tappy, kind of amped to 11 a bit. I dig it. It's very, very tasty. And honestly, it's a very Americanized version on a Bavarian Czechy style kind of pils. And then it just shows really deft hand when it comes to the brewing process. Zero flaws, squeaky clean, super drinkable. You just have that, again, punch to 11 on the hop side, punch to 11 on the malt side. They both bounce each other off and comes off as a really, honestly, really well done. Really, really well done Pilsner. It's hard to call it a Pilsner because how aggressive for its style it is. But yeah, I mean, I don't know anyone else to say other than Mount Rushmore says, yeah. Let me look this up. I want to see the ABV. Just for the sake of my own brain, Untapped has 5.1, so kind of makes sense. Well, actually, how about I click on the seed site so I get the actual ABV. Oh, they don't give it. So oh no, it says 5.1%. Okay, so yeah, Untapped isn't live. They usually do. Anyway, but yeah, honestly, Mount Rushmore status, valued availability, don't know. I believe seed at this point is brewery only, minus some kegs that get out there in the wild. I could be wrong, and leave you with, or if you have really good friends like Vinny, or leave you with, if you like what we like this. Honestly, if you really dig on Czechy pills, but you wish it was just a little bit more on each aspect, both on the malt and hop side of things. You just like lager in general. You like a little bit of Cascade hops, those things. You like good beer. How about that one? You'll dig this. There you go. Reviewing the books. Hopefully you enjoyed. Massive Beers, if you want to check me out doing the social media stuff. Beer Massif for the podcasting stuff. Haven't said that one in a while. Seed, have you been to the brewery? Have you had their beers? Have you had this beer? What's your favorite beer? All that fun stuff down there. Hopefully you enjoyed the review. Hopefully you're enjoying some good Jersey beer right now. Hope to see you next time. Cheers, y'all.